Welcome to Sports Circus. I'm your Ringmaster Sal, live from the AMP TV mobile studios here in fabulous Las Vegas. That's AMP TV, AAMP TV. Today's show is brought to you by Cali Vegas, helping people create and host their very own radio, TV, or multimedia talk shows that can help them with getting out and sitting in hours of traffic every day, or trying to figure out what their next move is. Maybe have their own home studio and their own talk show at home. For more information, contact Cali Vegas at 949-445-1119. That's 949-445-1119. Or visit them online at calivegas.com. That's CALI Vegas.com. And a big welcome to everybody listening in on our CBS, NBC, and Fox Sports affiliates from coast to coast. Those right here in Las Vegas on 97.9 FM, as well as a big hello to our friends over in Atlanta, WDJY, and that's 99.1. Talk 1490 WRERB over in Southern Alabama, and everybody else watching on hotel television in 650,000 rooms from coast to coast, and those on YouTube, Facebook. We're here with two-time Super Bowl champion and American Ninja Warrior Tyrone Poole. Where is he? I know he's there. He is. Look at him.
Hey, I'm right here. Yes, yes. American. That's what you say when you're getting ready to get that energy out. When you're a warrior, and you get ready to just release that energy, release the Kraken. Wasn't that something we were about to say with a hockey team one time before? But you got to have that. Yes.
Yeah.
You know. So,
I hope they name the team in Seattle. Their NHL team, the Kraken. Could you imagine that? Release the Kraken! That would be the best, wouldn't it? Yes! Big round of applause for that. Yes. Oh, and by the way, we just happen to have somebody with us today. In fact, let's go ahead and let him introduce himself.
What's going on, guys? I'm Eric Bigger. Thanks for being on the Sports Circus radio show. You guys are phenomenal. I'm happy to be here. It's miracle season. It's a new day, new week. Happy Monday to everybody watching and listening. It's an honor to be here with you guys. So thank you for having me.
Oh, absolutely. And a big round of applause. Yes. And that would be Eric.
I love it.
Yes, it was a scratch on the side of the nose in case anybody's watching on television. I wasn't doing anything else. Give me a break, guys. Look at this guy over here. All right. Anyway, well, for all you people listening on the radio, you can't see what's going on. I got these two guys on either side of me. I'm waiting for someone to slug me in the side of the head. Then I'll feel like I'm right at home with my mom back in the day. There he is. All right. So Eric, as one of the bachelors on ABC's Bachelor in Paradise. So where was the Paradise setting? Where was the Paradise setting?
That was in Puerto Vallarta, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, really?
All the way from Tulum. Yeah. Mexico. They flew us out, man. We was on a deserted island, so I was there for 21 days until I sent myself home.
Really?
It was tough, but it was great.
Oh, yeah. Real tough, I would imagine. So first of all, tell everybody where you're from and how you got to being a bachelor on television.
Yes.
Well, I'm originally from Baltimore, Maryland, born and raised. I got to LA after I graduated college from Hampton University in 2010. And I got a big break 7 years in LA, 2017 of March, where I was nominated to go on the show. I went on the interview and I loved it. They loved me. And here I go. The first show before Paradise was The Bachelorette. Made it to top 3. I went to 6 different countries. I fell in love for the first time. On that season, Rachel and Lindsay was actually the first ever Black Bachelorette that they had. And I was fortunate enough to go on her season. From there, I did my thing, but then I went to Paradise to try to find love. It didn't work out, but that's basically the synopsis of how I got on TV. And I did go through struggles and challenges before TV, but that's a little bit more details, but in hindsight, that's what happened. I got nominated. I loved it. They loved me. I went on the show. I faced some adversity and challenges, and then, I developed and became more. That's what It's Miracle Season actually was originated from, to people who don't know. I fell in love for the first time. Before I went on the first show, I told the Bachelorette that It's Miracle Season was meant to be, will be, and it was a foreshadow, and I didn't know the miracle for me that season was to fall in love, because I've never been in love. But I had to go through so many different things to get that. So I say miracles do not come easy, but they are worth it. So it was worth it. I fell in love. My life changed. And now I'm here talking with you guys.
All right. Yeah. All right. Well, hey, we've got Tyrone here, and Tyrone's going to be the next candidate on The Bachelor, maybe. Well, let's see if we can get him in there.
Hey, I got to hang out with Eric. I got to bring my cliff notes so I can take notes and follow him. So one of the questions I want to ask you, Eric. Now, I was on the American Ninja Warrior, so I know how that show, they tell you to send this in, send that in. It's almost like you got to send in your everything from when you were born, your degrees and everything. So what did you have to do to get on these shows, these reality shows, The Bachelorette and The Paradise? What did you have to do? What was the most craziest thing that you had to do to apply?
Well, that's
other than just being good looking. So, what else?
Man, it's so, when you think about it, or when I think about it, I'm like, wow, we had to submit 25 different photos. We had to do paperwork on like our past relationships from like 10 years prior.
Open up the closet.
Yeah, like everything. The clearance was crazy. We had to take a psychological test. I think it was about 500 questions.
Wow.
We had the blood test, urine test. It was a lot. And if you pass, you don't just go like, oh, I want to go on the show. You actually got to get vetted and go through the process and see if you qualify.
Wow.
So I think that was the first test for a lot of guys.
Test. What's with the blood test and urine test?
Well, if people are hooking up and people are making out, they want to make sure people don't, get affected the wrong way without knowing. So,
I guess. All right.
All right.
But then again, man, no love, no love.
Yeah. So I was actually shocked. But I was like, you know what? I appreciate it because I've been on 3 different shows and you get tested every show. Like, it's not a game.
Yeah.
Like, they have doctors, they have people who call you. Yeah. ABC does well when it comes to that. So I'm thankful for that platform.
Okay.
And get that.
Okay, hold on now. So everyone's kind of hooking up. So is it just like a straight up free for all?
Well,
I got Tyrone saying, I got to get into there.
Yeah, I'm taking notes right now. I'm taking notes.
What happens is, there's a lot of kissing going on, of course, right? With the Bachelor or the Bachelorette at the time, with the contestants. But when you make it far, like top 2 usually for fantasy suites, there's an opportunity for the Bachelor or the Bachelorette at the time, whoever he or she picks, they can have a good time together. So that's possible on the back end, but you got to surpass and survive 10 weeks of the whole getting to the end. And
10 weeks.
Yeah. I was gone for 10 weeks.
You meet in 10 weeks though. I mean, so no, you got this thing going here. I gotta wait 10 weeks for this, or I got to wait 3 minutes for this over here.
Well, you better have patience. Because,
man.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead, Tyrone.
Now with the guys, all the guys, now it's like you got all this testosterone competing for this one hot mama. Now, were there any like backstabbing or any type of, I got a secret on this guy, so I'm going to expose it? Was it a dog eat dog type of atmosphere?
Oh, yeah. And I actually got backdoor. Like, I got blindsided. Oh. So for some of the guys in the house at the time, because it starts out in Agoura Hills in California in a big old mansion where we stay for like 2 weeks before we go to travel. They were using my vulnerability against me. So they were saying, I don't think Eric is here for the right reasons because he's never been in love. So why is he here? And I'm like, and I thought because I was being honest about my experiences in life and love and relationships that I was just, being upfront. But people use that against me and say I wasn't there for the right reasons. And these are people I was open and honest. So yeah, people play for keeps. They play to win. Some people go on for different intentions, and some people get what they want, and some people don't. So it's like going to the club. It's like going to the club for 10 weeks. Everyone trying to score the same person.
That's really what
Well,
it
you
is.
gotta
That's
last.
like,
Yeah, you gotta last.
Damn.
If you can't last, then you're out of here. You might go home the first night. It's like tryouts, Ty. Like, come on, 18 BT.
I know.
Practice squad. Like, if you don't make the cut the first day, you go home.
Yeah.
They gotta like you. She has to like you.
Now you say cut. That's a real good point. You got to make great first impressions. So if I'm a football player, which I was, and I'm telling another football player who wants to be a football player, don't do this. What would you tell somebody real quick? If you're going on the Bachelor, Bachelorette, don't do this right away. What would that thing be?
Don't try to be something you're not. Do not be something you're not, and don't fake it to make it. Because if your intentions are wrong on the front end, they will bite you on the back end. And that's it. And you might want fame, but fame is not for everybody. I'll tell you that.
and they will bite you in the back end as well. Our folks, don't go anywhere. Lots more to come here. Lots more to come with Eric Bigger from Bachelor in Paradise on ABC. Folks, back here in a few minutes on The Circus with Tyrone Poole, two-time Super Bowl champion, American Ninja Warrior as well, and myself, your ringmaster. Don't go anywhere, folks.
Do you have any questions about legal issues? Have you ever been stopped by a police officer and issued a ticket that you're scared to deal with? Have you ever been in trouble with the law and don't know what to do? Do you have a will or power of attorney question? Is your home being foreclosed upon and you don't know where to turn? Maybe you were given a contract that you don't understand. For freedom and a worry-free solution, call for Legal Shield today at 213-245-1305. It's that simple. You will have access to high-quality law firms that will fight for you for less than $1 a day. Peace of mind is just a call away. That's for Legal Shield. Call 213-245-1305 or visit us at nocourt.us. It's justice for all and not justice for some. Are you a small business owner or pursuing the dream of starting your own company? Do you know where to start or how to grow that existing business? The American Business Trust Company has the answers you need. The American Business Trust Company can help you with startup capital, business strategy, sales and marketing, and establishing your company with a physical location or on the internet. You decide. You bring the idea. The American Business Trust Company can help with the rest. For a free evaluation, you may visit them online at abtrustco.com. That's ABTRUSTCO.com or call them at 657-600-1876. That's the American Business Trust Company, 657-600-1876. Call them today. They can help your business right away. This is Sal Tuzzolino, host and ringmaster of the Sports Circus. Why listen to the same old dog and pony show that you've heard all day long? The Sports Circus covers everything that other shows don't or are too scared to cover. There's no primetime show like it out here that'll punch you in the mouth and you'll beg for more. You can call in and participate with our chaos if you dare. Join me and celebrity guests for Havoc and Mayhem weekdays at 5 p.m. Pacific here on AMP TV or stream the show live at thesportscircus.com. Remember, folks, it's a circus and we prove it every day.
In times of economic uncertainty and chaos, your money means nothing. You may not even be able to get it from your bank or ATM. And the money you do have in the stock market will go down and down. What you can bank on is gold and silver. Gold and silver have been a reliable and trusted form of currency for thousands of years. Gold and silver have never been worth zero, and typically gold holds its value during economic turmoil. Call the Gold Hotline now and learn how to protect your money and your assets with gold and silver. And learn how to set up a new IRA or roll over your current one into a gold-backed IRA. Protect your money from the next market crash with gold and silver. Call now for your free gold guide.
800-755-4281. 800-755-4281. 800-755-4281. That's 800-755-4281.
Hey everybody, this is Barry Katz from the Industry Standard Podcast, and you're listening to the Sports Circus with Sal Tuzzolino.
Sports Circus. I'm your Ringmaster Sal, live from the AMP TV mobile studio here in fabulous Las Vegas. That's AAMP TV. Folks, this segment is brought to you in part by Legal Shield, providing legal protection and peace of mind. Legal Shield can operate traffic tickets, texting and driving, DUIs, court appearances, estate planning, even contracts given to people they don't understand, plus a whole lot more. For more information, contact Legal Shield at 213-245-1305. That's 213-245-1305. Or visit them online for more information at nocourt.us. That's nocourt.us. Or email them at info@nocourt.us. Got a big welcome back to everybody listening in on our CBS, NBC, and Fox Sports affiliates from coast to coast. Magic 97.9 FM right here in Las Vegas, as well as everybody watching on hotel television. Back here with two-time Super Bowl champion and American Ninja Warrior, Tyrone Poole. And there he is, big smile, ready to go, top button buttoned up. Look at him with those shiny trophies behind him as well. Release the Kraken. And we're going to release Eric Bigger from, yes, Bachelor in Paradise. And Eric's back with us again, going to drop some more knowledge on us. And guess what? Tyrone, as I understand it, he just said in between on commercial break that we're going over to Bali. Yes.
Oh, yes. I carry the bags.
Whoa, yeah. Hey, we might be in Bali, guys, the end of this year filming, but we don't know the exclusives just yet. I just putting it in the ether in the universe. What we speak, we read, right? So we'll see, but it's possible.
Speak it, it'll happen.
I don't even need any bags. I'll just buy everything over there. I don't even care. And Tyrone, just for you, I'll get a button-up shirt over there. All right?
I know. Yeah. There you go, Sal. As long as I get you to button up that shirt, hey, let's go. Let's go.
Now's your chance, Tyrone. Now's your chance, Tyrone. You can get him a whole new wardrobe. He's just gonna buy it when he's over there. He just pick it out.
Believe that's on the man. Hey, we're with Eric, man. So hey, Eric is the man. They go like, who are you guys? Hey, we're with that guy right there. You see him? That's the guy, the Bachelor. You know, that's the guy that all the women want. So you know what? We're with him.
They're clamoring over this guy. And for weeks and weeks, they're clamoring over this guy. And so it's kind of like being in the club for like 10 weeks, and now he's got to beat him off with a stick. Get away from me, because I don't even know which one I want.
Now, I got to ask this now. I know, Eric, you're a big sports person, but I'm still sticking with the Bachelorette, these reality shows. Now, in football, there is a point in, you play basketball, so you know exactly the analogy I'm giving here that's going to lead into that Bachelor question. But there's a point in sports where I'm like, you know what, man, we've been in training camp for such and such. It's too long. It's too hot. I'm tired. Man, I just want out. There's a point that does happen. Now, with the Bachelorette, the 10 weeks, was there a point where you were sitting in the room and saying, man, you know what? It ain't worth it, man. I'm telling these people, I'm ready to go home. Was there any point in time when that crossed your mind? Man,
I mean, your questions are just, those are on point. So there was a turning point on my season where, as I discussed before, guys were speaking my name in the wrong terms and saying I was there for the wrong reasons. And I brought everyone together and I told them, keep my name out of their mouth, right? So that caused a lot of friction and chaos. I've never done that in my life because I was a people pleaser. I was afraid of confrontation, but I had to stand up for myself. So from that, we went to South Carolina, our first travel date on the show. And I got there and contestants and myself were on a golf cart and I fell off the golf cart. I banged up my ankle, messed up my wrist. I was just having a rough week, man. It was like the negative energy was just on me. And for my entire life, I suppressed my real feelings and emotions because of the environment I grew up in, Baltimore, because I didn't know how to deal with my real emotions. So what happened was I was in my hotel in South Carolina, Hilton Head to be exact, and I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, Eric, it's okay. You had a bad day. It's all right. And once I acknowledged that and was honest with myself, things changed because for so long I was fighting my real inner truth because I didn't want to feel those emotions. I didn't want to feel those feelings because of how I was raised and my conditioning and my programming. So when I acknowledged, being vulnerable with myself that I had a bad day and it's okay, I felt relief, and I was like, you know what? I'll be okay. Moving forward, whatever I got to do to get to the goal of falling in love, I want to get out of my own way. And just to let you guys know, the show does have a therapist that we could see if we're going through things. So she actually helped me out like 9 weeks in, because I was helping all the guys out in the house. They were coming to me for help and motivation, but I really needed it. So I got the perception of this miracle guy's helping everybody, but I needed the help the most. So I was thankful for her at the time. And it was tough, but I got over it, and I think that's how I came out on top.
Eric, that's what life does. Eric, that's exactly what life does. Just when you need help, you get more fulfillment from helping somebody else. I think a lot of people kind of miss the boat on that. Instead of showing up with their hands out, it's like, no, I'm here to help you. Even though I'm in desperate need, I want to help you. So as Bachelor in Paradise on ABC show, look, this had to turn some corners in your world too, I would imagine. So now you've gone from, hey, my name is Eric Bigger, and I am bigger than what you think. But guess what? Now you're biggest, right? And so you've gone from bigger to biggest. So think about the doors that were opened up, but now also reflect back to where you came from and never lose it where you came from. That's the most important thing, I would imagine, isn't it?
Yeah, and I always say if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. It's all about your breakthrough. And at that time, I didn't know I had a story. I was just living in my own world. Before the show, I was personal training, I was doing Uber, and I was selling water machines. And when I got off my first show, which was The Bachelorette at the time, I had did a red carpet viewing for a movie, and there was a guy I picked up in Uber, and he was like, "Oh my God, that's my Uber driver." But mind you, the paradigm shift, that I was on the red carpet, he was on the other side. He said, "Let's take a selfie." It was so surreal because I'm like, what just happened to my life in 8 months? Like, I had a total, complete new life. But because I was willing to do the work and I had faith and I believed in myself and never changing like my drive and motivation, it woke me up and said, yo, I'm living my dream. Because what I was lacking in life was love from a woman. I didn't get that intimacy and that love from my mom growing up. I was emotionally abandoned, as a kid. At least that's what I felt. My mom did the best she could. She raised me. She was young at the time. She was there, but emotionally, I didn't feel her. So when I got that love on the show, it opened me up. And then everything started happening. Podcasts, club appearances, sponsorship ads, opportunities, commercials. And I'm like, wow, dreams really do come true. So I tell anybody out there listening, watching right now, do not give up on yourself. Don't allow someone who's not you to tell you what you cannot do or what's not capable of happening in your life. But if you have faith and you believe in the unseen and you got drive and determination, it'll happen. But it might not happen the way you think, but it'll happen the way it should. And for me, I thought I was going to play basketball in the NBA, but instead I'm going pro in life. So
guess what? Hey, Eric, it happens on God's time. Folk, we're here with Eric Bigger from Bachelor in Paradise on ABC. Yes. And that will be this guy over here. And I'm over here with Tyrone Poole, our two-time Super Bowl champion. Over there with the big shiny trophies and American Ninja Warrior. Now, look, both of you guys knows what it's like to be on national TV. The only time I was on national TV recently, I actually tried out for a game show, and I had to jump through, I can't tell you, I had 7-8 different interviews, whether it was somewhere in person, somewhere on video, and I had to jump. And guess what? I made the finals, and I won in my game show. It was very exciting for me, but it wasn't at the same stage, of course, as winning a Super Bowl. That's for damn sure. or being on Bachelor in Paradise. But guess what? I was in my own world, and I know what I had to deal with. So these guys that I'm with here today, they certainly know what it's like to be feeling the pinch from the cameras, the producers, and everything. Even though we do this show here, let me tell you, folks, there's no pressure here. What these guys deal with here on my left and on my right, they deal with a lot more pressure than I do on a daily basis. That's for sure. Tyrone, go ahead.
Yeah, I know, Eric, you said some things, and that's why when Sal told me that you were coming onto the show, man, I was so excited because I looked up your history and there are a lot of commonality that we have. And we talked about this briefly before we came on air, but not only your athlete, but the motivation part. I can hear it. I can hear it when you speak it because that's what I do.
Yes.
There are certain like little clauses or phrases, should I say, that I tell people. What are like one of the biggest things that you tell people that you know will help them be better if they just focus on this particular saying? Or I know you mentioned about them looking at themselves, but is there a statement, a phrase that you leave with them that's part of you? For me, it's work that thing. So you, what is it, real quickly?
Well, I would say if you change your mindset, you can change your life. But more importantly, I think this is very important. Take it or leave it. No one owes you anything, but you owe yourself everything. And I think with that mindset and that intention, you won't have expectations, you will have appreciation, right? For life, for people, for food, water, whatever. It's gratitude. So I think that's very important, not putting so much faith in people, but putting faith in the unseen, but believing that
Yes.
you can make it, you will make it, but holding yourself to your higher standard and being accountable and responsible for your life.
All right, back here in just a few minutes on the Sports Circus with Eric Bigger and Tyrone Poole. Don't go anywhere, folks. Back here in a moment.
Do you have any questions about legal issues? Have you ever been stopped by a police officer and issued a ticket that you're scared to deal with? Have you ever been in trouble with the law and don't know what to do? Do you have a will or power of attorney question? Is your home being foreclosed upon and you don't know where to turn? Maybe you were given a contract that you don't understand. For freedom and a worry-free solution, call for Legal Shield today at 213-245-1305. It's that simple. You will have access to high-quality law firms that will fight for you for less than $1 a day. Peace of mind is just a call away. That's for Legal Shield. Call 213-245-1305 or visit us at nocourt.us. It's justice for all and not justice for some. Are you a small business owner or pursuing the dream of starting your own company? Do you know where to start or how to grow that existing business? The American Business Trust Company has the answers you need. The American Business Trust Company can help you with startup capital, business strategy, sales and marketing, and establishing your company with a physical location or on the internet. You decide. You bring the idea. The American Business Trust Company can help with the rest. For a free evaluation, you may visit them online at abtrustco.com. That's abtrustco.com or call them at 657-600-1876. That's the American Business Trust Company, 657-600-1876. Call them today. They can help your business right away. This is Sal Tuzzolino, host and ringmaster of the Sports Circus. Why listen to the same old dog and pony show that you've heard all day long? The Sports Circus covers everything that other shows don't or are too scared to cover. There's no primetime show like it out here that'll punch you in the mouth and you'll beg for more. You can call in and participate with our chaos if you dare. Join me and celebrity guests for Havoc and Mayhem weekdays at 5 p.m. Pacific here on AMP TV or stream the show live at thesportscircus.com. Remember, folks, it's a circus and we prove it every day. Are you a small business owner or pursuing the dream of starting your own company? Do you know where to start or how to grow that existing business? The American Business Trust Company has the answers you need. The American Business Trust Company can help you with startup capital, business strategy, sales and marketing, and establishing your company with a physical location or on the internet. You decide. You bring the idea. The American Business Trust Company can help with the rest. For a free evaluation, you may visit them online at abtrustco.com. That's abtrustco.com or call them at 657-600-1876. That's the American Business Trust Company, 657-600-1876. Call them today. They can help your business right away.
Welcome back to Sports Circus with Joe Cortez, International Boxing Hall of Fame referee.
Welcome back to the Sports Circus. I am Eric Bigger, TV personality and fitness trainer. It's miracle season. If you believe it, you can achieve it. I'm happy to be here to talk about more life, opportunity, a new book, and all things Bachelor related and whatever we're here to talk about. So, the Sports Circus.
And I want to thank Eric. Eric for passing that baton to me. This segment is brought to you by the Tyrone Poole 38 Foundation, the foundation where we are trying and we are reforming, refilling, and restoring success in everybody's life. Our particular cause is for the family. If you want to learn more about the Tyrone Poole 38 Foundation or you want to donate, just go to Tyrone Poole 38 Foundation.org. Again, that's Tyrone Poole 38 Foundation.o to the R to the G. Now, I'm going to pass the baton to our anchor man on the anchor leg of this relay, the ringmaster himself, Sal, and he going to take it to the finish line. Go, Sal. Go, Sal. Go, Sal.
All right, man. That was me. That was me, and I was the anchor man on my 4x400 team, by the way, just in case you're keeping score. I'm your Ringmaster Sal, back here in fabulous Las Vegas at the AMP TV mobile studios. A big welcome to everybody listening in on our CBS, NBC, and Fox Sports affiliates from coast to coast, including our friends over in Honolulu on CBS Sports 1500 KHKA. A big hello to our friends over in Los Angeles on KCAA 106.5, 102.3, and 1050 AM. That would be NBC News, CNBC Financial, and of course, CBS Sports. Hello to our friends down in the greater Corpus Christi and Houston market, KSIX CBS Sports, as well as our friends over in Boston, WBNW, and everywhere else, everybody watching on Hotel TV from coast to coast, and those streaming on YouTube as well as Facebook and everywhere else. Back here with Eric Bigger and Tyrone Poole. Eric Bigger with Mercy. That's the boy. Look at him. Look at him. He's ready. This guy's ready to take everybody's woman because he's the Bachelor.
My name is Eric, and I'm here to take your woman.
I'm just here to win so everyone can be healed and loved. We're not taking, we're giving. Remember? Come on. Y'all know that. The more we give,
all right, so Eric, look, Eric, you've got a really interesting background. And look, as you were a basketball player, you know a little bit about that, and you certainly know a little bit about the speaking world. You're also an author. I want to talk a little bit about the author side of Eric. Go ahead and give us a little bit of rundown of your book as well.
Well, you know, growing up, I never thought that I would be a writer or author, right? But on my journey to having public success, I studied the greats like Tony Robbins, Bob Proctor, Murray Morrissey, Les Brown, all these phenomenal individuals who helped me on my journey to become who I am today. And I've read so many books. I actually have my certification in NLP, that's neuro-linguistic programming. So, you know, when you're reading so many books and you getting so much knowledge, you become it.
Yes.
So, you know, not too long ago, throughout this pandemic, a good friend of mine, business partner, Chris Randone, and myself, we created a new workbook, self-help workbook. And the title is Change Your Mindset, Change Your Energy, Change Your Life, right? And the idea is in life, you know, with everything going on, things are challenging, things are overwhelming, people are frustrated. So for us, we went through a lot mentally, emotionally, physically throughout our lives. We say, you know what, let's come together, let's create something and let's help people. So we just launched our first book together 2 weeks ago. Digital copy is available now at mindsetevolutions.com/change. And we're working on getting physical copies published this week. But it's 4 phases, right? The first phase is mindset. The second phase is attitude and energy. The third phase is confidence and clarity. And the fourth phase is execution. So you have 28 days to reclaim your power. And we have everything in there from writing with your least dominant hand, your affirmations, your gratitude statements, taking cold showers, meditating, working out, doing like different out of body exercises, like screaming out loud, you know, hugging yourself in the mirror for like 2 minutes straight, doing self-motivation on your phone, talking to yourself. So what we're doing is we're shifting your paradigm and changing you the way you think about yourself so you can understand where your thoughts come from. Why are you who you are? So it's a workbook format. You have exercises to complete. And through that, you will be able to find the answers that are within you. We're not giving you the answers. We're giving you the information that's going to help you get your answers. So it's a 4-week process, 28 days. You have an exercise for each day to become your best self. And it all starts with changing your mindset, changing your energy, and changing your life. If I can do it coming from Baltimore, you know, you can do it. We can do it. And I want to help you guys and help everyone watching and listening. And what it's about. Increase those vibrations.
Yeah. Now, I'll tell you this. You mentioned screaming. Now, again, like you said, you're a trainer, motivational speaker, author. When I go work out, now, it helps me when I scream at the end of a workout, or like if I'm running 100s, then there's certain parts of the 100, I just yell. I'm like, yeah, but it's not like I'm tired. Yeah, I'm releasing that energy. And then after I finish my workout, I go back to the house. If I left a problem at the house, when I come back after working out, I'm able to solve that problem. So when you said screaming, I'm like, it just took me right to my workouts. I'm like, that's why guys scream when they get tackled in football. I don't think they're screaming because they're hurt. They're screaming because they try to get rid of that energy. But that's good, though. That screaming, I like that, man. I do that when I work out. Sometimes people look at me like, wow, what's wrong with him? But I'm releasing that extra energy.
And letting it out, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so
you know, just
all right, let me ask both of you guys a question. Hold that thought, Eric. Hold that thought. All right, so now, Tyrone, you're on the stage. You're doing motivational speaking. And Eric, you as well. You are a motivational speaker as well. So give me one of your biggest challenges, Eric, and Tyrone, give him one of your biggest challenges for both being on the stage and talking in front of a live audience. For all the people that are listening and watching right now, where are your challenges when you're in front of an audience? Because let's face it, folks, at some point, there's always butterflies. Because if you don't have butterflies, what the hell are you doing up there in the first place? And that's really what this comes down to. So to start with Tyrone. Tyrone, what are your biggest challenges for being on stage? And then we're going to go to Eric over here.
Well, I'll be real quick with mine. It used to be a problem. It used to be when I first started out, you know, you go on stage and you had a like squeaky voice almost. And what I learned was to hum before I go on stage. And what it does, it warms up the vocal cords so that it gets rid of that high pitch in your voice and you come with your normal voice. And one more thing, instead of looking at the crowd, I learned this from my college coach. I would look at the back of the building or the room. So it's like a picture. You ever notice how you think a picture is looking at you? You go to the left, you go to the right. The picture's not looking at you. It's focused in one direction. So those were my challenges, just warming up, starting off, and then making eye contact with people because the wrong people can drop your energy. So I just learned to look at the back of the room. That was a couple of things I overcame.
Yeah, well, for me, it was about just being anxious, right? Like, I'm about to speak. I'm so excited, but I'm so nervous at the same time. And just trying to understand, not thinking about the future because I'm not present, right? Because I'm focused on what I don't want. So that's taking me out of the now that I can give in a speech. So what I do is I meditate before my speeches. And the first thing I do before I speak is I do a attention getter, right? I try to find something to grab the audience's attention. So usually what I'll do is, and Todd, I don't know if you know about this, but I'll take $100 bill out of my pocket, right? And I'll ask someone, I was like, who wants this $100 bill? And they'll look at me like, but look, I got your attention, right? And then I was like, who wants it? Someone comes and grabs it. I say, see, that person took action. They wasn't afraid of rejection. They have $100. And boom, I got their attention. I got their energy. Then I hit them with the truth. So that's how I kind of settle the audience and get them my undivided, attention and get them to listen in.
See, out of the public speaking that I've done in my past, and I've spoken at seminars, big seminars, and instead of looking at the back of the room, I'm that guy where I'll be up on a stage and I will look right at the audience, right at each individual person. I want to see what's going on in those heads. And I'll tell you what, That gets their attention. When you get down off the stage, you walk down and then you're walking in the front row and up and down the aisle. Let me tell you something. That is an attention getter, and that's what I've done. I have thick skin like that. It's not like anybody's throwing popcorn and peanuts and throwing drinks at me and stuff, unless, of course, I'm on a pitcher's mound, everybody's booing me or something. But generally speaking, I like to look right at the audience, and I want them to know I feel you, and I want you to feel what I'm saying. What do you think about that, Eric?
Yeah.
Hey, they got to feel you. If they feel you, they hear you. And if they hear you, they believe you. So I like it.
Right.
I might take a page out of your book, buddy. Thank you.
That's right. All right. Yeah, I'll give myself a round of applause. Yes. All right, Tyrone, we got 1 minute. Get us out of here with some final thoughts for the segment.
Well, you know what? Final thoughts. I'm going to go back and say real quick, looking at the back of the wall now, people, when you look at the back of the wall, I'm saying look at the back of the wall, looking through people, because sometimes you look at people's eyes. If they're not paying attention, they can't make you lose focus. But you know what? This is some great information that you're receiving today. We got Eric Bigger. Man, this guy's going to turn it out. Look for him on the Bachelor in Paradise. I'm hanging with Eric right now. We're going to kick Sal to the side. We don't need Sal. Sal's scared to button it up all the way to the top. So, but now Sal going to come with us, and Sonar going to come with us. We coming to tote your bags, Eric. So you know what? We can't wait, man, to get this thing rolling. We're so happy that you are here with the Sports Circus. So everybody continue to listen in and watch us. We'll be right back with some more Eric Bigger on the Sports Circus.
Can't beat fun at the old ballpark, friends. Hi, pop fly. That would be a home run in a phone booth. I don't know what the big deal about Cracker Jack is. Did you ever go and buy a pack of Cracker Jack thinking you're going to get a prize and find no prize in the box? Here's the pitch. That might not sound important to some people, but when you're a little kid, especially from a humble origin, and they cheat you out of a prize. There's a bouncing ball. Second baseman has a Barbary over to first. It's hard to think in laudatory terms of the product.
I think if there was an occasional box of Cracker Jacks that found no prizes for the little Harry Carey many years ago.
You got that right. And boy, when a box of Cracker Jack to me meant a lot of money. Here's a pitch, bounce foul. That's the most asinine marketing I've ever heard of. 1 ball, 1 strike. These guys say, well, you sing about Cracker Jack. I said that I only sing it because it's in the song. Here's a pitch foul back. And I wouldn't be a bit surprised, even to this day, some youngsters who buy a box of Cracker Jack don't find a prize in the box. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. Well, if you're going to talk about our congressman being crooked, here's a pitch foul out of play. Why not talk about commercial products that don't do what they represent to do? They told me when they hired me it was a temporary job. Born and raised in St. Louis, and you can imagine the Cardinals were my favorite team from the day I could remember. And all of a sudden, the miracle of life, I'm broadcasting Card games. I own the town and broadcast them for 25 years, and I thought they're going to give me a gold watch, and they gave me a pink slip. Then I went out to work for Charlie Finley for a year, and that's par for the course. Came to Chicago, and I was with the White Sox 11 years, and now with the Cubs. Never missed a game, never missed a time at bat, never missed a half inning that I was supposed to do. You know, Chicago is such a marvelous city. Hey, we got some Chicago people. You know, you never succeed in this business until you've had the experience of working with a terrible hangover. Not until you've been able to come through with flying colors under those circumstances can you consider yourself a professional. Lord knows, I've had more than my share of hangovers. There's a drive, way back. It might be, it could be, and it is. Holy cow! This crowd is wild.
You're watching the Sports Circus, and I am Brian Urlacher.
and welcome back to the Sports Circus. I am Tyrone to the PZOOL Easy. Welcome back to all you guys watching us on YouTube, Facebook, Amp TV, Hotel TV, SportsCircus.com, watching us all over the place. Those are Magic 97.9. This segment is brought to you by the Tyrone Poole 38 Foundation. The Tyrone Poole 38 Foundation reforms, refills, and allows people to realize the potential that they have. If you want to learn more about the Tyrone Poole 38 Foundation, just go over to TyronePoole38Foundation.org. Again, I'm going to tell it to you. Tyrone Poole 38 Foundation.o to the R to the G. So now you heard enough of my mouth. I'm going to switch it over to Sal so you can hear his mouth. Sal, take it away.
All right, and a big welcome back to everybody listening in on iHeartRadio, Spotify, and our CBS, NBC, and Fox Sports affiliates from coast to coast. Those watching on YouTube, Facebook, and hotel television in 650,000 rooms from coast to coast. Back here with two-time Super Bowl champion and American Ninja Warrior Tyrone Poole and Eric Bigger, Bachelor in Paradise. Look at this guy. Man, look at he's got the big smile. He's got the big thumb. This guy is ready to roll. That's why all the ladies are after him. But at the same time, this guy is an author. He is a speaker. He is a former basketball player as well. Hey, tell everybody, Eric, about your basketball experience.
Well, I played basketball my entire life from starting at the age of 6. I played AAU. I went to high school. I played junior college. Then I went on D1. But the funny thing about basketball and my relationship is that I was so good, but I didn't know I was good. If that makes sense? Like, I was the guy who could compete with the best, but I didn't believe I was as good as them because I didn't get the validation or the acknowledgement or the awards to make me compatible to these guys. So as I stopped playing, guys in the NBA, overseas, like, why did you stop playing basketball? You could play. And I'm like, really? And that's where I realized, like, I missed the ball because I didn't think I was good enough because I was seeking validation outside of myself. But it did feel good to know that I was capable of playing with the best. And, so basketball was life. Basketball gave me a vehicle to get in and keep me focused. It got me in school, and it gave me, a structure, lifestyle. Basketball was everything.
Let me ask you this. Now, being from Baltimore, now this had to feel kind of good just a couple of years ago with the NCAA tournament, watching Baltimore County take down mighty Virginia in the NCAA tournament. Watch the little guy. David had slayed Goliath. You had to like that. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was UMBC, right? If I'm not mistaken, I think beat them.
UMBC.
Yeah, I mean, it was good, Shout out to them, It's always good when the underdog wins, right? Because it just let people know that if you're feeling down and out, you can always make it out. And a lot of times we look at our possessions as not enough when we're comparing to people who are enough in our lives. But if you keep the faith and keep going, you can win. Shout out to UMBC. Thanks for that memory.
Yeah, UMBC. Look, it ain't Hampton, but guess what? It's the little guy beating them. And I'll tell you what, man. Look, people call me Sal the Bookmaker for a reason. And Sal the Bookmaker was on the right side of that one. But also, you knew that Virginia was going to win the tournament the next year because of what they had. So a 1 losing to a 16, and then this time the 1 coming back. Well, how convenient. Man, they got every call they possibly could. It was embarrassing. They should give that trophy back. It was embarrassing for Virginia to win that championship. Come on, man.
Yeah. But you know what? You guys talking about basketball again. Eric, man, you're so athletic, man. You just doing it all. Author, motivational speaker. Now I want to dive into this training a little bit. You are a trainer. So when you train people, how many times, yourself, let's just talk about yourself. How many times a week do you train?
About 5 to 6 times a week, at least. I get it in. I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, look, my body is my business, right? Like, if I don't look the part, I can't attract what I want. So I got to do the work as much as I'm giving the work. So I pride myself on working on myself. And I tell my clients, the hardest work you will do in life is on yourself. That's the job you should go to every day with passion, because that's how you become greater. later, and you attract all the phenomenal things in the world. Work on yourself.
Yeah. Now, what is your favorite exercise? Or what was that, Sal?
No, he said my body is my business. I like that.
That's it. That's
I
it.
guess I better step away from the ho-hos and Twinkies. All right.
Yeah, and all these Sundays and all that stuff. But what is your favorite exercise? What is your favorite exercise, Eric? Are you an upper body, lower body man, or is there like a particular part of your body that you love working out?
I love like hit workouts, like high intensity. Like, jump squats, jump roping, pull ups. I love a lot of calisthenics, right? But I would say if I was picking a favorite exercise, it would be between pull-ups and jump roping, because I feel like there's a different type of cardio and a different type of strength internally when you got to pull in your body weight and when you're jump roping for however long. So if you're not in shape, you can look good, but if you don't feel good, it means nothing. So I'm all about feeling good other than looking good most times. So want to laugh out there. And all I did.
Yeah, I know Sal was talking about donuts and ho-hos and all that, so they're going to lead me to my next question, and then I give it to Sal. I know Sal got a question. Tell us about dieting. What do you tell people? Because all the time people come to me, they say, Tyrone, I want to lose weight. I want to do this. What do I need to do? And basically, I tell them, Eric, the simple formula is you burn more calories than you take in. That's a simple formula. Yeah. But when people come to you dieting, what do you tell them? What is your diet, or what do you tell people how dieting can be helpful?
Well, I think the first and most important thing to know when it comes to food, we are what we eat, but you have to eat for your body type. You have people who are ectomorph, more skinny built, right? It's easy for them to lose, hard for them to gain. You got endomorph, people who are more oval shape, more round. It's easy for them to gain and hard for them to lose. And then you have mesomorph, with people who are more athletic built like myself. So we can gain fast and lose fast. So I will always say, veggies, good high in protein, and water. I mean, you keep it simple, but you must eat for your body type. So when you find out what your body type is, you should kind of go off of that when it comes to your diet. And that'll lead you on a path of greatness, because I believe, eating healthy and taking care of your body is a form of self-respect. But everyone is different, but you can make differences if you understand yourself more than a little bit.
All right, folks, we're back here with Eric Bigger, author, trainer, superstar from Bachelor in Paradise from ABC. And guess what? Eric, you said something that this was before we started on the show. You had a profound line, and I put that down, was to go pro in life. Tell everybody about that.
Yeah, so, growing up my entire life, my dreams was to play in the NBA, to be a professional ball player. And when those dreams didn't appear or happen, I had to figure it out. Like I was in school, I got great grades. I graduated magna cum laude from Hampton University. And I started looking at a lot of the young athletes growing up in my neighborhood, and they weren't excelling outside of sports. So I was thinking, like, what happens when you don't make it in sports? What do you resort to if you don't finish school, or if you go overseas and you get hurt? And so I was like, you know what? Being pro in life is being professional in education, being a professional in your personality, being professional in your appearance, being a professional in your speech, just being a professional about being a person, a human being, and individual that wants the best out of your life. Because as an athlete, you want to jump the highest, you want to shoot the best ball, you want to play defense, you want to be in shape, you want to have the best abs, you want to have the best muscles, but sometimes that's not translated outside of the sport. And I think that's the disconnect. So I wanted to create myself and be the example to say, look, I am a pro in life. So I didn't go pro in ball, but I can go pro in life. I can show you books that I've written, right? I can show you muscles that I built. I can show you a brand that I created, right? And that's what's going pro in life, is more than just an athlete, more than just a guy who has a look and who's fast, and have all these amazing attributes. You know, you can be educated. You can be an author. You can be a speaker. I'm also a mental health advocate where, you know, I do a lot of emotional boot camps. I do suicide prevention walks, and I do speeches on mental health. So you can be more than what the world is depicting you to be. You can be more than what you thought you should be. And that's what going pro in life means to me, and I pride myself on that. And I want to help the kids that's coming up to say, look, you don't got to always pick up a ball to be great. You don't always got to pick up the ball to be successful or have the attention you think you want. So let's go pro in life. Why not? It's miracle season.
That's good stuff.
Go ahead, Tyrone.
That is. No, that's great stuff, Eric. And like I said, man, we are like two peas in a pod, as they would say. The motivation, the book, the fitness. And I'm like, everything that you're saying, I'm like, you're preaching to the choir. And we're just two warriors along this journey, trying to get people to redirect themselves and see it in the best way possible for them. And one quote that I've learned is, and I'm going to ask you this question too, but the quote is that I've learned, the greatest enemy to your potential is success. A lot of people think just because they made it, that's it. There's no more. So my question to you, what do you do to keep yourself going once you reach that level of success, which is in the process? What do you do to keep yourself going so that you don't become stagnated?
Well, my intentions is always to work on myself. And I always say the more we learn, the more we earn. So if I have a niece and nephews and people looking up to me, there's more to give to the world and the universe. There's more to become. There's more to do. There's more challenges I can embrace. And I'm just on this ever, blaze of path of just really working on myself. So never stop learning. I think it's simple like that. Just never stop learning. Get around people who are different, that might know something that you don't. Be open to feedback. What I learned on the TV show is that feedback is motivation, rather it's good or negative. Because if someone's hating on you, that means they're thinking about you. And if someone's giving you a compliment, it means like, so either or, it's feedback. So always look for feedback and always grow, and you'll be fine.
Okay, real quick, since we're running out of time, we've got literally 30 seconds. Eric, tell everybody how to follow you and where to find your book.
Well, guys, you can follow me on Twitter at Eric_Bigger. And then you can follow me on Instagram at Eric, and this is my last name, Bigger. And then you can get the book at mindsetevolution.com/change. Hit the link in my bio on Instagram, or you can just Google it. And you can get the book, and you tell me what you think. And you get 28 days to reclaim your power. Change your mindset, change your energy, change your life. And that's me telling you that here live.
Okay, for Eric Bigger and Tyrone Poole, I'm your Ringmaster Sal. We'll see you next time here on The Circus. So long, everyone.
So, you want to be in show business. Do people tell you that you're really funny, you have a great personality, and you should have your own talk show? Many of us have been told that, but we don't know how to get started. It's easier than you think. Let the pros at Cali Vegas give you a free talent evaluation. Call 949-445-1119 and learn how quickly you can create, produce, and host your very own talk show. Imagine not having to sit in traffic every day, commuting back and forth to the same old boring job. Get started in television or radio today with your free talent evaluation from Cali Vegas. Call 949-445-1119 or visit them online at calivegas.com. Make your dream come true today and create your new career and learn how to become a
1050 AM, 106.5 FM, and now 102.3 FM.